Goa was a part of the Vijayanagara Empire. It was important to the empire as it was the main trading port for Arabian horses that was a part of the cavalry of the Vijayanagara Empire. Thus, there was always tension between Vijayanagara Empire and the Bahmani Sultanate pertaining to Goa. In the due course of time, the Sultanate broke up into different successor states just prior to the arrival of Portuguese in Goa. At that time of the Portuguese conquest, the state of Bijapur was ruling Goa. The Portuguese sailed into deep waters of the Mandovi River, supported by 2,000 men of Timoji. The Portuguese landed troops assaulted the fort of Panjim. This fort was defended by a Turkish mercenary, Yusuf Gergic, and a force of 400 men. Yusuf was wounded and retreated to the city, and the Portuguese captured the fort along with several iron artillery pieces. At Panjim, Albuquerque received envoys from the most important figures of Goa and proposed religious freedom and lower taxes if they welcomed the Portuguese. Full support towards the Portuguese was offered, and Albuquerque formally occupied Goa in 1510 with no resistance. Albuquerque promised that the inhabitants were not to be harmed under the penalty of death. Goa was to remain the capital of the Portuguese Eastern Empire for the next 450 years. But it didn't come easy. Expecting retaliation from the Sultan of Bijapur, Albuquerque began organizing the city's defenses. The city's walls were repaired, the moat was expanded and filled with water, and storehouses for weapons and supplies were built. At the same time, Albuquerque sent envoy to the court of the neighboring Hindu Vijayanagara Empire, hoping to secure an alliance against Bijapur. What Albuquerque didn't know was the Adil Shah had already agreed upon a truce with the Vijayanagara Empire and could divert many more troops into recapturing the city than Albuquerque had expected. To that effect, he sent a Turkish general, Pulad Khan, with 40,000 troops, which included many experienced Persian and Turkish mercenaries that defeated Timur's troops on the mainland. Ismail Adil Shah then waited for the monsoon to trap the Portuguese before giving Pulad Khan the order to assault the island. With the coming of the monsoon rains, however, the Portuguese situation became critical. The weather claimed a great amount of Portuguese lives. Food deteriorated, and the Portuguese were stretched too thin to hold back the Muslim army. Under these conditions, Pulad Khan launched a major assault at low tide, quickly overwhelming the small number of Portuguese troops. The remaining 500 Portuguese under enemy fire, covered by a small number of Portuguese soldiers holding back the advance of the enemy troops that breached the city walls. Adil Shah then retook possession of the city to the sound of trumpets. Portuguese trapped. The Portuguese ships sailed away from the riverfront of Goa to the mouth of the Mandovi River, right from where they entered Goa. Unable to leave for the high seas due to the monsoon storms, they had no other option. The Portuguese were now trapped on their own ships, and for the following 3 months would endure a severe rationing of supplies to the point of cooking rats and leather. The continuous Muslim bombardment and the harsh weather conditions really made it difficult for them. The river water was muddy, which meant there was no fish to catch, and the water was undrinkable, although heavy rain permitted some of the drinking water to be replenished. The Portuguese suffered from constant bombardment from the artillery pieces on shore. They avoided replying in order to save ammunition. Adil Shah, however, feared the renewal of ties with Vijayanagara Empire at any moment and wished to conclude a truce with the Portuguese. He sent an envoy proposing peace. Albuquerque, however, declined the proposal. Were the Portuguese preparing to fight back? If yes, how? Coming up in the next episode. My name is Casey, and you are watching History Undone.